One.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Max Jembe, and we're here with Max as well, and we're looking at how my portfolio is set up. So I have about almost $3,500 invested probably in my account right now. It's been an interesting last month. I've been up about 9% over the last week. I've lost about 6.5%, and that's because about 10% of my portfolio. Right now, I am currently in DraftKings $49 call. That's going to be expiring in 10 days. Today's the 20th. So at the end of the month, these will expire worthless unless DraftKings is above $49. It's currently sitting at $43, but if you look at last week, it has been over $49 at like October 14th, which was 6 days ago. So that's why I believe that over the next week, we could see that. And I also have been looking, and we can see a certain price. To go here to our expanded data. I think I saw a price for around $42. Oh yeah, you guys can only see my Robinhood screen. I have my technical analysis over on my Webull screen. Then I'm also into NIO calls, and this one is also expiring on the 30th. And the reason I like this one is it's Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers. They have a lot of momentum behind them. They have a lot of long-term momentum as well. Morgan Stanley just upgraded their rating and said the stock price could triple in the next couple of years, which brought on this huge rush last week. It is up 49% the last month and 16% the last week. I was holding a call and I sold it as soon as it hit about 10%, so I made about $50 profit on that when I made about 300. So sometimes it's good to have time in hands. Other times, if you lose 10% on a stock option, you need to dump it before it becomes worthless when it hits your expiration date. Now, I also love Tesla, and anytime it's below 420, I buy it because I think that Tesla's investors are mature enough to let it go under 420. So that's just my own personal technical analysis. Do not take that to the bank. You always want to have diversification in your portfolio. If you look at my actual account, we can see that I'm diversified into about 50 different companies in my portfolio. That's always very important. So no matter what happens, you could be making money with a whole bunch of different assets. You always want to have your money working for you, not the other way around. That's how people actually gain assets. You know, start limiting your liabilities. You want to have the interest rates working for you. You want to have that APY, the annual percentage yield, not that APR, the annual percentage rate. The APR is what you pay. The APY is where you get paid. So always try to get that APY. That's what you'll see for your checking account. You might get 2% if you're lucky for like a checking account percentage return. So I love Costco. That's one big retail food. People are always going to be buying stuff from Costco because it's stuff you need to just live. And they have a great CEO. I also love Square. Tesla is my biggest investment. I just have long-term belief in the CEO. And this is value investing here. And then I have, if you look at how much, and a whole bunch of different stuff. Do you have any questions, Max? About my portfolio? Are you still recording?
No, I don't have any questions. Well, I guess I do. So you're diversified across, what'd you say, around 50 different equities. And how much are you holding in cash? How much are you holding for active, intraday trading?
Right now, I actually am holding very little in cash. Very, very little in cash.
Very little.
1% in cash right now. I just been using my excess cash to get options. But however, I also have there's a ETF called QQQ, which tracks the S&P 500. Or no, it's a leverage exposure to a market cap weighted index tracking 100 of the largest non-financial firms. So I think one of the biggest holdings is in Tesla. So I also have the short on this, the SQQQ. And what that will do is, during periods of recession or if there's a big market drop, this will actually go up. So I buy these when they're cheap and I sell them when the market drops. And then I I use that to buy more TQQQ. So good investors are able to make money in both directions of the stock market. Even if the stock market's being stagnant, they should be issuing call debit spreads if they have, more than 100 shares in a particular stock. Right now, I'm just limited by how much capital I have, but there's a whole bunch of different strategies I'm employing. I believe that me and Max can make some interesting things happen, especially of this next coming year, especially right before and after the election. Things are going to be very volatile. That's a lot of opportunity to make a quick buck right there. So we're just a couple of nerds. We're going to be hitting the Bloomberg terminals hard at school. It's going to be fun.
Oh yeah. Last question for you, real quick one. So it seems as though you have a combination of right, we went over that diversified kind of strategy you have, which is more of a hedge slash passive slash conservative way of accumulating slash generating an income through investing in these terms. But you have another side of this portfolio which is biased towards active trading. So I feel like that combination could be, it's either, I feel like with most people, either one or the other. It's either passive or active. So,
From my hybrid investing strategy, because right now, all the old methods of investing, they don't apply to today's current market. It's so rapidly changing. It's breaking so many rules. There's no reason the stock market, I believe, should be doing this well right now. I think we should be crashing, personally.
yeah.
But I'm also invested into special metals. I know how much you like your special, like gold, silver.
Oh, yes.
Another big one is uranium. Uranium's big. Pharmaceutical companies. And one I absolutely loved, and I would recommend everybody getting it into the portfolio, is REITs, which are real estate investment trusts. And the cash flow for that is based out of mortgages, payments, mortgages and payments from others. And so they will give out great dividends. And it's normally pretty immune from the movements of the stock market. And you can also invest into real estate companies as well. And another interesting thing that I invested in the Becky portfolio, and that's kind of just following what all the girls in America are buying, like Lululemon, Starbucks, Louis Vuitton, because they love to swipe daddy's credit card. And so investing in some of those portfolios on average will outperform the S&P 500 by about 50% annually. That's all I'm saying.
Say less. I think you've just about said all that needs to be said to really confirm to the average investor that the best thing to do here is to look where the 99% aren't, and
Now,
the 99% are in big tech. They're not fighting the Fed. They're just literally buying what the Fed's buying, and much more of it as well. And not looking forward to what people's 401ks are going to look like pretty soon from now.
Oh yeah, so I'm holding about $25 on cash. And
Nice.
And I'm also trading on about $2,800 on margin. So that means I'm using about almost $3,000 of my broker's money to invest in.
All right. So it looks like we're looking good here.
That means I'm willing to tolerate a larger amount of risk, which is something that happens for younger guys. Young males statistically die the most in car accidents. And we statistically lose the most on the market.
Right.
There's a reason for that is we're willing to take a lot of risks. Someone who's 5 years from retirement is not going to want a lot of risk. They're going to want to put it into safe things like Home Depot, McDonald's, Disney, stuff that has permanent cash flows and dividends. They want to. But right now, we are young and we can we're leveraging our time and our money right now is what we need to do. And by being able to leverage time is the most important. It's not about timing in this. It's about time. It's about holding these things for as long as you need to get a profit. Now, an interesting note, and a lot of people don't know this, is long-term investing versus short-term investing. If you're investing for the long term, then you need to hold your shares for 13 months minimum. because that way when you do your tax forms at the end of the year, your 1098, it'll be long-term income tax as opposed to short-term capital gains tax. All right, so, and you can save about, I'm not sure the specific number right here, but you want to hold them for at least 13 months. Other than that, if you make more money, you know, by trading it weekly and more than you would by paying taxes, go for it. Nothing stopping you. This is America. Do what you want. And don't take any of my advice. If you look at my overall portfolio, I've done over all the time. I've made $52, or I've lost $52 since February 23rd, 2018. And you can see exactly where I started options trading. You see this little bump here? So only do options trading if you know what you're doing. I'm still learning on it. I'm going to do this until I make some money. I'm getting better over this last 3 months or so. We're getting there.
I
But
love it.
every day I'm learning from mistakes, and I keep making mistakes. Options are hard. Options are very hard. Maybe next time I do a video, we will go over the 5 Greeks, which are always fun to play with. And should always take a factor into what kind of different options that you are buying. So that's about all I got.
Maxwell Partika, thank you.
Welcome. Have a great rest of the day.